County bragging rights are on the line tonight. We are live from Marion Harding High School, where the visiting River Valley Vikings come to town to take on the Marion Harding Presidents. You're watching MOAC action on Friday night, only on the OH Report.
Well, I think the first thing I would say to recommend this school is that it's affordable and flexible. And then the program itself, I would say that it has a very diverse, broad spectrum of fieldwork and career opportunities. I think the thing that prepared me the most was having that on-site directed practice, so I could actually be in an agency working with real people. And there's a ever-growing need for social work, especially in our community here.
Welcome to Marion County Now, the heartbeat of our neighborhood, the fountain of our news. We're local, we're pertinent, and we're all about you. We're dedicated to keeping you in the loop, involved, and linked with the community. And the cherry on top, our service doesn't cost a dime. Marion County Now, our neighborhood, our news.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Welcome to Marion Harding High School for tonight's MOAC matchup between the visiting River Valley Vikings and the host Marion Harding Presidents. You're watching the Krista.Smith Coldwell Banker pregame show. I'm Mark Bollinger along with my partner Josh Banks, and tonight, Josh, we've got a big game here in Marion County, not only for bragging rights, but these are two teams that both need an absolute win tonight.
Well, yeah, both teams need a win. However, the big picture here, and we just talked about it, Mark, both of these teams still has what we call them the Big Four in the MOAC left to play. A win here tonight before you run into those teams is going to be absolutely critical to have any sort of success in the MOAC this year.
Yeah, early returns looking around the league. Everybody's talking about those four teams in the northeastern side of the conference. You're talking about Shelby, you're talking about Gallion, you're talking about Ontario and Clear Fork. Those four teams have seemingly early on in the first 4 weeks separated themselves a little bit. But for teams like Harding and River Valley, if you still want to compete for an MOAC championship and a playoff berth, games like tonight are games you have to win.
Yeah, this is huge points for both teams, whichever one comes out victorious. And if you look at Harding, on the Harding side of things, you lost a tough one last week to Highland, who most people probably think you should have beat. Now you get River Valley, and you still have to play the Big Four and Pleasant, who, I don't know about you, but I was rather impressed with that Spartans team against this Vikings team last Friday night.
Well, and of course that Harding-Pleasant game is a Marion County rivalry game. You throw out the records. So for Harding, yeah, your next 6 games, you have 2 county rivalry games plus 4 games against those teams. The Presidents need to get a win tonight. They're on a 3-game skid, as you said, lost last week to Highland and lost the 2 games previous to that. Started out the season with a win at Mount Vernon under new coach C.J. Wessler. Looked like things were going in the right direction, but as Coach Wessler said, they're 1-3, but they're about 4 plays away from being 3-1.
Yeah, and Coach Wessler done a great job, but on the River Valley side of things, Coach Waddle has done a great job of keeping them composed after the rough start. And it's going to be interesting to kind of see where the rest of this season goes for River Valley as we take a look at their team spotlight. Again, 2-2 in the MOAC, or 2-2 overall, 1-0 in the MOAC. They have a .5 differential in the scoring column, and most of that's eradicated to that Buckeye Valley game where Buckeye Valley scored a bunch and River Valley couldn't quite get the offense going.
So for River Valley, yeah, they started off the season in good fashion, beating Elgin rather convincingly,
Yep.
and then they lost to Madison, and now, they've kind of bounced back. They lost to Madison, they lost at home to Buckeye Valley, were able to get a tough, grinded-out kind of win last week, 21-14 over Pleasant, and now tonight they're looking to improve to 3-2 overall and 2-0 in the conference, and a lot of that is going to come down to, can they take care of the football?
And this guy right here that we're about to spotlight is going to have to be the one to take care of it. It's going to be the senior quarterback for the Vikings, Krista.Smith. Hey, how about he leads the MOAC in yards and completions? But I also want to say he leads the league in interceptions as well.
Yeah, and turnovers have been the story for River Valley. They're still at a -7 on the turnover ratio for the season, giving it away more than they've taken it, and those turnovers have been very, very costly. In a game against Harding tonight, they've got to play clean. That's going to be so important. Can the Vikings play clean, not only with the turnovers, but something else that we have talked about at length the last couple of weeks, and that is the Viking penalties.
Yeah, I spoke with Coach Matt Waddle before the game, and I asked him, I was like, so how was practice last Monday after I want to say it was 20-plus penalties in the game against Pleasant? They had the same amount against Buckeye Valley, and they really weren't that clean in that blowout win against Elgin either. Penalties have kind of been their nemesis as well all year. One of those 2 categories has to flip if they want to really turn this season around.
And so we're looking to Chase Smith in the Viking passing game to see if they can get something going tonight. They've been on a roll so far despite the turnovers. The 3-headed monster out there on the receiving core with Eli Snyder, Carter Myers, and Kolton Lang. Those guys are putting up some serious numbers, and all 3 of them are dangerous to break it open on a big play at any time.
Well, and here's the thing. I was talking with my son, Josh. He runs camera for us on the way over. And I kind of told him, I was like, what's going to be interesting to me is how do these teams start to match up with River Valley? You've got, I would say, the best full receiver core in all of the MOAC. I mean, Brady Bowman's still at Shelby. He's hands down probably the best receiver in the league. But you've got 3 guys here at River Valley that can get you 100 yards a game and multiple touchdowns. How do you defend that? And we've seen last week Chase got a little bit more comfortable. He started moving around in the pocket, didn't want to take contact. We kind of chuckled about that a little bit last week because he slid before he got hit. But if he starts to show that mobility, how do you stop the Vikings?
Well, I think what you're going to see teams do as they get more and more game film on River Valley is I think they realize if you give Chase some time behind that, experienced big offensive line, he's going to have guys that are going to get open in space, and he's going to find them. So it's one of those where I think you're going to start to see some teams throwing some different looks at him, maybe showing man, changing coverage, dropping into zone pressures, bringing some zone blitzes just to try to get him a different look and to put a little bit of pressure on him. And I think when he like most quarterbacks, has to get rid of it a little early, or with pressure in his face, he's more apt to turn it over.
Well, and I tell you what, one thing I've noticed with Chase over the 3 games now that we've done for River Valley, he's almost opposite of what you expect from most quarterbacks. Most quarterbacks do better when they have time to sit in the pocket and make a read downfield. Chase is one of those guys where if he can take a snap and get rid of it in half a second, that's his best read every single time.
Well, and one thing that also can help supplement that passing game is a good running attack.
Yeah.
They've got the freshman Nolan Bailey, who averages almost 40 yards per game, over 4 yards a carry. See if the Vikings start to add that running game in a little bit more, not only with Bailey, but also with Noah Wyrick.
Now, let's flip the script, Mark. Let's talk about the Marion Harding Presidents. Again, I believe my information is going to be wrong here. Under new head coach, they were 1-3. They're 0-1, a tough loss to Highland. They averaged 12 points per game. They allowed 22, so 10-point spread there. That's all attested to the Ashland Arrows, who beat them 42-7. But we can't really break it down on that because Nathan Bernhard is one of the best quarterbacks in the state of Ohio. But this team is not as bad as their 1-3 record shows them to be.
Well, not at all. And I think that's where last week so many people around the MOAC in the area were surprised when they saw that score where Highland had upset Harding. A lot of people thought Harding was going to take care of business there and get to 2-2 on the season under new head coach CJ Wessler. Unfortunately for the Presidents, they didn't get it done. So they're 1-3 overall, 0-1 in the MOAC. They're about 18th or 19th, I believe, in the playoff standings, so they need some wins to try to rack up some points here if they're going to make a run at the playoffs. But again, we're going to talk about something really, really special here at Harding, and that's the fact that you're starting a freshman quarterback.
Yeah, Dez Feliciano. I mean, listen, he's 6th in the MOAC in completions and yards. And you're going to say, okay, well, there's not that many teams in the MOAC, so 6th isn't that great. Listen, the kid has about I want to say it's a 40-plus completion percentage. He's only thrown 4 interceptions on 59 completions for almost 300 yards. The big thing for Dez, though, he is athletic. He's mobile. He can get out of the pocket.
Yeah, and when you look at just the passing game, that's where these two teams are so different. River Valley is going to throw the ball down the field. For the Presidents, Feliciano only averages about 4 yards per completion. It's something that gets out quick, see if they can get something early, but it's basically a running game. Now, when I'm looking at this, the reason I was so excited to see Feliciano tonight is not just the athleticism and to watch him throw the ball all over the place. How critical it's going to be tonight for him just to keep his team on the good side of the ball. Stay ahead of the chains, get his team in the right formations, eliminate, pre-snap turnovers, read the defense, make the adjustments, any audibles, whatever. Just manage the game and see what he can do with the athletes that he has around him. See if he can get them the football and take care of business on the offensive side for the Marion Harding Presidents.
As the Presidents are lining up in their tunnel, we'll keep talking about them. So I think the big thing for them is obviously Feliciano, a freshman quarterback. You've been around the game. I have as well. It's hard to come into high school as a 14, 15-year-old kid, 13-year-old kid sometimes, and step on a football field, and you're going up against 17, 18-year-old juniors and seniors. It's intimidating. But if you look at their games, he's handled it extremely well. Again, only throwing 4 interceptions all year.
And he's going to be supplemented by a strong running attack led by Landon Keller. Keller totes it for about 83 yards per game, over 5 yards a carry. They've got some other guys that are also tote the rock for them, but that running game is what you're going to see the Presidents really lean on tonight as we go through this. And looking at just the numbers, River Valley more likely to just try to throw it all over the place.
Yep.
Vikings come in, rushing for only they're rushing for only 3.2 yards per carry, and they're throwing for over 223 yards per game. So look for River Valley to want to throw it, and Harding should be the exact opposite, where the Presidents have only thrown it for about 77 yards per game and rushed it for about 133 per game.
I tell you what, I've been to a lot of football stadiums, and the atmosphere here at Harding is one of the best that I've been in north central Ohio. You wouldn't know that they were 1-3 with the amount of fans and the support that they have in the stands.
Well, one thing about Marion Harding is the city of Marion comes out and supports their team. Win or lose, you come here on a Friday night, and this is the norm. I mean, they get great crowds. They stand on their feet, clap for the fight song. You know, no matter what it is, they are here. They've got traditionally one of the best bands in the area. Great music department at Marion Harding, not just instrumental, but vocally as well. I mean, just the arts and the sports at Marion Harding, the community really gets behind this school, and it's great to see them out here supporting this squad, even though they're 1-3.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mark. They're probably going to get ready to play the anthem, so how about we do this? Let's me and you take a quick commercial break. Let you all at home get your popcorn, get your drinks, have a seat on your couch, or enjoy us wherever you're watching us at, and we're going to get ready for 48 minutes of hard-hitting Marion County rivalry high school football.
We work very hard to prepare them for jobs in the field, and aging, mental health, behavioral health, substance abuse. It's just a diverse, broad range of agencies they can work for, and a lot of great work they can do for the community.
Welcome to Marion County Now, the heartbeat of our neighborhood, the fountain of our news. We're local, we're pertinent, and we're all about you. We're dedicated to keeping you in the loop, involved, and linked with the community. And the cherry on top, our service doesn't cost a dime. Marion County Now, our neighborhood, our news.
For over 12 years, you've trusted Scout Construction for quality building and remodeling. Now we're proud to offer expert excavation services to start your project off right. You've seen what we build, now see the way we dig. Experience the Scout Construction difference. Call or email us today for a free quote and let us break ground together.
Welcome back to Marion Harding Stadium, where tonight the River Valley Vikings have traveled into the city to take on the Marion Harding Presidents. Special thanks to Coldwell Banker and Krista for sponsoring tonight's pre-game show. These two rivals come into tonight both looking for another big win in the MOAC. Vikings started off the MOAC season last week with a 21-14 win over Pleasant. Harding looking for their first MOAC win after falling to Highland last week. At beautiful Marion Harding Stadium, strong breeze blowing in from the north. First quarter, it'll be behind the Presidents at their back. Harding in all black uniforms, trimmed in red, Vikings in all white. And the kickoff goes to Lang. He takes it at the 15 and up the middle, and he keeps going, and he's going to get River Valley good starting field position. Vikings will start on their own 37-yard line.
Yeah, a good day return there by Kolton, something we kind of have come to see from all year from him. Again, though, you've got two of the best returners in the MOAC with Eli Snyder and Kolton Lang back there. You expect to get good field position. But now we see what's the offense going to come out and do first. We know they're going to sling it, Mark. Bailey in the backfield to start.
So the Vikings start on their own 37-yard line here from Marion Harding on a gorgeous September Friday night. Vikings put the big fella in motion. Hand off to Bailey, right side, hit and driven down. Nice tackle there by Landon Keller. So a little different look there for River Valley. They lined up instead of a tight end. They brought Carter Logan, the 6'5" senior lineman, in motion, almost like a pulling guard. Try to open up the hole and get started with this run gain. They're going to give Bailey a gain of 3 on his first touch. Toss Bailey. And again, right up the middle, almost enough, and yes, enough for a first down. So 2 carries, and River Valley gets a first down on the legs of Nolan Bailey.
Yeah, and they're coming out running the ball. I think kind of you and I expected them to do that here tonight. They're successfully moving the ball, a first down in 2 plays. You can't ask for much more if you're the Vikings.
Well, and you're also going into this strong wind here as well. So, expect the Vikings to throw it, but we talked about trying to create some more balance with that rushing attack. Bailey on the left side, going to be brought down after a short gain. Look like a gain of about 2. JJ Starks makes the tackle for the Presidents.
May the ball carrier. Hit first by J.
They'll give Bailey a gain of 1. 2nd and 9 for River Valley, just short of midfield.
A big play here for the Vikings.
3 wide receiver set for River Valley. Handoff, Bailey again, and brought down right away. J.J. Starks broke through and immediately brought Bailey down in the backfield, loss of 1.
Big number 55 swim through the middle of that offensive line and met the running back. And now you're in. This is where River Valley struggles, Mark. They try to run the ball, and they get into these guaranteed passing situations where now, hey, you just got to drop 8 guys back.
Well, Starks has 9 tackles for loss on the season coming into tonight.
But now he's got 10.
And as you said, puts the Vikings in 3rd and long. Vikings go 4 wide receiver. Bailey, a little slip screen out in the flat and brought down. Great tackle out there by Ray J. Scott Harbolt.
Their leading receiver makes the open field tackle, and now it's going to bring up 4th down from the 50. What are the Vikings going to do here? Is the offense is going to stay on the field, it looks like.
Well, and I wonder if they're going to just try to get the Presidents to jump off sides and get a quick, easy 5.
They're going to go 5 wide.
Last year, a lot of times they would do this. Chase Ebert would pooch punt it. So empty backfield, and Smith, yep, pooch punt.
And a good one. How about the boot by Chase Smith?
So nice little punt there by Smith, just low, no returner back. But the Presidents get a stop here on the first drive by River Valley.
Well, and here's the thing. If you're River Valley, you came out, you ran the ball 6 times there. Every play on that possession was a run play. Now, when you come back out, you can go play action. You can go straight sling it. You have to keep the defense honest, and that's what they were able to do on that first drive.
Well, the freshman Des Feliciano in his first big rivalry game is going to be starting on his own 5 or 6 yard line here. He's got Keller beside him in the backfield. Handoff. Keller breaks the tackle, pops it outside. He has room. 20 and out of bounds. Nice run there. And we have seen the Vikings struggle at times with this rush defense, and automatically out of the gate, the Presidents pick up 20 yards on a first down play.
A big play there for Marion Harding. Landon Keller, we already talked about him, about 85 yards a game. He's got a big 15, 20 yards on carry number 1.
Yeah, Landon Keller averages over 5 yards per carry, 20 on his first touch of the night.
They're going to switch things up at the line of scrimmage.
Moves Keller to his left side. Handoff. Keller right up the middle, just puts his head down. Looks like Carter Cloa in on the tackle.
Number 8.
With Noah Wyrick.
Noah Wyrick, yeah. Noah Wyrick had the first contact in the backfield.
Short gain on first down.
Interesting to see River Valley only going with 3 down linemen here, knowing you're going to play against a team that goes run heavy.
Well, they're standing Harrison Bradley up at the defensive end position. It's almost like at times he's bringing the coverage. Feliciano, the lefty, rolls, throws, caught, makes a move, 35, and enough for another first down. So the second first down of the night, it was Juju Glover.
And good awareness by the freshman to scramble out wide. Sini still had a guy out there, his safety valve. He gets it to him, and it's going to be a gain of 13.
Second first down of the drive for the Presidents. Bunch formation, handoff, and immediately brought down. Just too slow developing there. Tyler Manette on the tackle. A loss of 4 on the play. Presidents can not afford to get behind the chains tonight on first down. They only average a little over 200 yards per game. Faked Keller, looking, throws, caught, and nice catch and run. Going to be close to a first down.
It's going to be third down. They're going to mark him a yard short.
Asen Rich, the sophomore, on the catch.
But how about the freshman staying poised, staying composed, and making the right read now twice?
And Keller off the left side, first down, Harding. They're in River Valley territory.
An Ohio State University Marion first down on our scoreboard, as they're moving the ball pretty effectively here on drive number 1 against this River Valley defense, Mark.
First and 10 Presidents started this drive in their own 6-yard line. Now they've moved it into River Valley territory.
They've got plenty of weapons. They're already showing that. Keller, a great running back, and the freshman showing he can handle his own.
Quick toss to Keller. He has blockers. 45-40 and knocked out of bounds.
Now, I will say this, Mark. I don't complain about calls in a game very often, but if you watch on our OhioHealth replay, there's a blatant hold on the edge that did not get called right there.
Ellis McFarland, Riley Hummel there for the tackle. Another gain of 8. Harding rushing attack just churning out the yardage right now. Controlling the football, gaining first downs. Handoff, left side, and met immediately.
Josiah Gooden, the ball carrier.
Gooden's only going to gain about a yard. Harrison Bradley on the tackle.
I'm telling you right now, Harrison Bradley is a guy that you do not want to meet in a hole if you're on the offensive side of the football.
Yeah, and the Vikings moved him around a little bit tonight. We've seen him on the left side, and this last time, he's lining up on the right side. So 3 down linemen moving Bradley around a little bit, trying to make those offensive linemen figure out who they're going to block in this run game.
Now they're going to go 4 down here.
Handoff Keller. Oh, Feliciano keeps it. Quick throw, and he throws it away, and a flag is thrown.
We'll see if they pick the flag up. Yeah, they're going to pick the flag up.
So 4th and a long one here for the Presidents early in the football game. So decision time for Coach Wessler.
You've got Landon Keller in the backfield. Put Feliciano under center. Turn around, hand it off to Keller up the middle. Let him get you a yard.
Yeah, it looked like they were giving it to Keller on that time. Instead, Feliciano decided to pull it.
Had a
trying
little
to get the
screen
ball
set
out
up
to
on the
Jaden
outside.
Jordan. So they will indeed go for it here. They may go direct snap even. It's always an option. And before the snap, Coach Wessler's going to call a timeout. So with that, we'll take a quick timeout. With 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter, it's River Valley 0, Marion Harding 0.
I'm an adult learner, so I had to balance my work and my school. And the fact that NC State has online classes, hybrid classes, especially the instructors are very flexible with allowing you time to get all your work in.
Welcome back to Marion Harding High School for tonight's MOAC matchup between Harding and River Valley. Mark Bollinger along with Josh Banks. Harding on their first drive in the night after getting a stop versus the Vikings, facing 4th and a long one. Handoff, Keller, left side, bounces outside, has the first down and more. So it looked like they had a shot at him, but Keller just bounced it a little further outside. Gains 9. With Eli Snyder filling the hole, just couldn't get to him.
Yeah, Harrison Bradley kind of pushed him outside. There was no corner help to contain him and push him back inside, and that's a first down for Harding.
4th first down for the Presidents here on their initial drive of the night. Straight ahead, Keller, right side, short gain. Noah Wyrick on the tackle along with Harrison Bradley.
Bradley having a good first quarter along with Wyrick, both doing a good job, but here's the thing. You're getting 2-3 yards of play. If you're Harding, that puts you in that 4th and 1. You're not scared to go for it on 4th and 1.
The Vikings are just seeing a heavy dose of Landon Keller to start this ball game. Keller
kind of what they expected, but hey, now they're in 5 wide. Keller's going to be split out the slot. Expect jet motion, yep.
Fake handoff, Feliciano keeps it, makes a move in the middle of the line and brought down there by Eli Snyder, but nice footwork there by the freshman. Dances his way for a gain of about 6.
Yeah, Feliciano does a great job. He finds a hole, jitterbugs his way through it, and you're going to be 3rd and manageable now.
So they're going to call it 3rd and 3 here for the Presidents. Knocking on the door. Viking 23-yard line. Quick first quarter here. We're already under 4 minutes to go. Feliciano looks. Quick throw. Caught. And another first down. Presidents continue to move the chains.
Yeah, and Feliciano still continues to make the right read. His only incompletion was on that action where they faked it to Keller and he tried to throw the little quick screen out on the outside. Other than that, he's perfect on the night so far on the first drive.
Yeah, Jaden Jordan on the reception there, gain of 9. He just sat right down in the Viking zone. Feliciano threw a bullet to him.
the composure of this freshman is impressing me already, and we're only 9 minutes in.
They talked about the ceiling for this kid was pretty high. And nice play there. Out on the tackle for River Valley was Ellis McFarland.
Big hit by Ellis. That was Ellis McFarland. That was number 2.
Yeah, Ellis McFarland read it the whole way.
Read that screen out to Keller the whole way.
Loss of 4. So Vikings
One of the
win
few
first
times
down.
they went behind the sticks on first down on that play.
Yeah, only the second time in this drive they've had negative yardage on first down.
And it didn't affect the first time.
Josiah Gooden in the backfield with Feliciano.
We're going to have a false start. No, we're going to have a timeout, Harding.
So the Presidents used their second timeout here of the first quarter. But what a great drive for the Presidents. They took over off the pooch punt on their own 6-yard line, taking a lot of time off the clock, keeping possession, and just driving down the field on this River Valley defense.
See if we can't get some scores here for you guys. Quick, Shelby 14, Highland 0 early in that one. Mohawk 13, Bucyrus 0 early there as well. Upper Sandusky 14, Winford 0. Winford kind of one of those teams we talk about. How about this one? Little K-Mac talk for you real quick, Mark. How about the fact that we're week 5 of the high school football season, and the Fredericktown Freddies, led by Scott Spittler, and the Mount Gilead Indians are both 4-0 playing tonight.
Yep, that's a big one tonight in K-Mac action. Those
that
two
game's
teams,
live and free.
Plus Centerburg, yeah, you got some good squads over there in the K-Mac. Here at Harding, Feliciano looks, throws, great catch by Keller right in front of Kolton Lang.
And again, the quick read by Feliciano. He finds his target. Keller goes up and gets it. It's great defense by Lang. A better catch by Keller.
Gain of 9. And obviously I'm not comparing Feliciano in any way to this guy, but a high school version, he looks like Tua.
Yes. Good read, athletic.
Small, thin, athletic, left-handed.
Yep. And again, we haven't seen him, even his one incompletion, we haven't seen him make a bad read yet.
Handoff, Keller, right side, fights, and Snyder grabs him, but Keller pulls him in, and Harding strikes first. With 1:39 to go, Landon Keller takes it in, and the Presidents jump on top 6-0.
Hey, how about the freshman comes in after 2 tough losses in a rivalry game and says, I'm going to take my guys 94 yards down the field, and we're going to score first. Who would have put, where's that at on the bingo card?
94-yard scoring drive capped off by Landon Keller, 8-yard touchdown. Presidents look to add to the lead here.
One of the best kickers in the MOAC here.
Liam Hoy puts it up and through. And with 1:39 to go here in quarter number 1, it's Marion Harding 7, River Valley 0. You're watching Friday Night Football on the OH Report.
I'm an adult learner, so I had to balance my work and my school. And the fact that NC State has online classes, hybrid classes, especially the instructors are very flexible with allowing you time to get all your work in.
You're looking live at Marion Harding High School, where the Presidents strike first. 94-yard scoring drive capped off by an 8-yard Landon Keller touchdown puts the Presidents ahead 7-0 over the visiting River Valley Vikings. Mark Bollinger along with Josh Banks bring you all the action as the Vikings try to return this one, and that's the freshman Nolan Bailey who brings it out to the 27. We talked about Landon Keller coming in, averaging about 83 yards per game. On that drive alone, 48 yards on the ground.
Well, and here's the thing. When you got a guy like Keller in the backfield that you trust to get positive yards every time he touches the ball, that's crucial when you're playing a freshman at quarterback. But I tell you what, that first drive, he didn't look like a freshman, Mark.
Well, and that's also kind of the Achilles heel we've seen with River Valley over the past 5-6 seasons, is stopping the run. Something they've been susceptible to in the first drive. Harding put it together. Collins in at quarterback. He's going to take off on the run, and Owen Collins is going to get a first down, a gain of about 12.
Again, something we've seen over the past 2 weeks that we've covered them. When Owen Collins comes in, it's a design QB run 95% of the time.
Yeah, quarterback run game is definitely in play when Collins is on the field.
Now you're going to bring him in. You're probably going to go to more of that read option here with him and Bailey in the backfield. He'll have the option of giving it to Bailey or keeping it himself. They're going to stack trips on the near side.
And hands to Bailey. Gain of 2. So the
Still
Vikings.
yet to see the Vikings attempt to pass, Mark.
One pass.
Yeah.
On the swing pass to
to Bailey. Yep.
But other than that, I mean, we're almost a quarter into it. River Valley's second drive, and looks like
Collins is going to stay on the field.
6 runs and 1 pass. So River Valley trying to get it done on the ground tonight. Maybe
interesting
again it's going into this wind.
Yeah.
See if it changes in the second quarter. Collins fakes it up the middle. He finds a gap. He's hit, and another first down. So the Viking run game coming to life through the legs of Owen Collins.
Yeah, Collins doing a great job again. He's shown his ability to run the football over the last 2 weeks. We didn't really see him against the Elgin much, and we weren't at the Madison game, but we've seen his abilities the last 2 weeks.
Well, and I know how much that win last week meant to him. You know, he came to River Valley from Pleasant. So it was big last week for him to get that win against his former teammates.
Pick number 55 for Harding.
You're talking about Mr. J.J. Starks.
Man, he is having an evening already, as that's going to be a tackle at the line of scrimmage, and I think that's going to do it.
Yeah, so that brings us to the end of the first quarter from Marion Harding High School. Your score, Harding 7, River Valley 0. We'll be right back after this quick timeout.
I'm an adult learner, so I had to balance my work and my school. And the fact that NC State has online classes, hybrid classes, especially the instructors are very flexible with allowing you time to get all your work in.
Second quarter action underway here at Marion Harding. Presidents leading River Valley 7-0 as we start the second quarter. Vikings with the football in Harding territory. Owen Collins fakes it. He's going to keep it. Immediately brought down, and I think the Presidents are starting to figure out Collins is going to run the football. Sean Kelly and J.J. Starks in on the tackle.
And that's going to bring up another 3rd and long, and now you're going to see Chase Smith come back on the field, so they know you're coming out. You're throwing quarterbacks coming in the game. Well, this is where the Vikings almost become predictable.
And now you have this wind at your back. So Vikings 4 wide. Meyer's going to be the short side of the field, trips to the far side of the field. Bailey beside Smith. Smith drops, looks, throws. Bailey caught. Nice tackle right there at the 41-yard line. Ray J. Scott Harbolt. A gain of 5. So River Valley with no completions to their wide receivers, both completions to their running back. 4th and 4, Vikings staying keeping their offense on the field.
Last time they did this, it was a pooch by Chase, but I thoroughly expect them to go for this being down 7-0.
Try to get the Presidents to jump. Smith drops, throws, and almost picked off, but it's caught. Kolton Lang, after the bobble and everything else, we thought Tremail Thompson-Reese was taking that to the house. Instead, the ball deflected up. Lang, great job of paying attention and staying focused on that. That was close.
Big first down for the Vikings.
Thompson-Reese read that the whole way. Now they find Lang again, and another first down. So the Viking passing attack gearing up here. Kolton Lang, 2 straight catches.
Well, and here's the thing, Mark, they're rolling now.
To the line.
2 completions, they're going fast.
Looking for Myers, jump ball, and knocked away the last second. Well, you've got the leaper out there in Carter Myers, and they just threw it up. Almost brought that one down. 2nd and 10, ball on the 19-yard line.
Myers again on this near side.
Can the Vikings capitalize and tie this thing up? Handoff, Bailey cuts it back. Tackle by Lucas Keller. Gain of 2 for Bailey. So 3rd and 8 for River Valley.
Another big third down for the Vikings. Myers again on the near side. We'll see if they just look to go to him again, Mark. He's their big play guy. He's their touchdown guy.
I wouldn't be surprised if you'd also find Eli Snyder on a crossing route.
Yeah.
Smith has to scramble, throws, caught, and it's Myers. Enough for a first down. 6th first down for the Vikings.
And that's a great job there by not just Chase Smith to avoid the rush, but Carter Myers to sit beyond the first down marker.
Yeah, and when Chase Smith rolled out of the pocket, kept his head up, eyes downfield.
Chase probably could have ran for that first down. Instead, he trusted his receiver. And, again, it's a great job by Carter Myers. These 2 young men have not played football since middle school. He sat in that zone. He found the first down marker.
First down at the 9. Handoff Bailey, and he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Starks is just a
J.J. Starks is just a wrecking crew in there. One-man wrecking crew.
Yeah, he could. Right now, he's almost getting doubled on the inside, and he is just unstoppable on that defensive front for the Presidents.
We talked about him coming 9 tackles for loss coming in to tonight. He's got at least 2, maybe 3.
Look for Snyder on maybe an out route here.
Smith throws and overthrows his intended receiver. A little too high, looking for Eli Snyder.
Yeah, it's Snyder on the crosser. I thought he might. I wouldn't be surprised to see him at some point run a little post corner to that flag. Or to that opposite pylon.
Well, the Vikings are going to take a timeout, but, the Viking rushing attack, they've went to it a lot tonight, and when they've ran the quarterback with Owen Collins, he's had 3 carries for 25 yards. Other than that, the Vikings are averaging under 2 yards per carry.
Well, and, let's talk about the fact that they're averaging under 2 yards a carry because of Mr. J.J. Starks in the middle. They can't get anything going. When they turn around, I think here's what becomes predictable when you're the Vikings, right? When you bring Collins in, you've got 2 options to run the ball. You've got Bailey, you've got Owen Collins. He can run that little read option, and they can figure out what they want to do. When Chase Smith is on the field, they know he's not going to run an option play. So J.J. Starks keys on the running back, and then we go from there.
Owen Collins, 3 carries, 25 yards. the rest of the Viking rushing attack, which has all been Nolan Bailey with the carries. 8 carries for 13 yards. So again, when the Vikings have Smith out there, Presidents have done a good job of shutting down the run game.
You know, I'd almost like to see a 2-quarterback set. I'd like to see Smith and Collins on the field together.
Well, it's 3rd and goal from the 11. River Valley looking to tie this up here early in the second quarter.
Myers lined up at tight
looks
end.
Right. Now comes back to his left. He's going to throw it to the back of the end zone, and Carter Myers.
They're going to say incomplete.
Just couldn't get his feet down.
We'll take a look at it on the OhioHealth replay. Oh, I think that right foot got in, Mark.
It was close.
I think that right foot got in.
Well, you know, and Harding fans saw a very, very similar play to where the Presidents almost tied it up in a game against Lima Senior here. Same thing where they caught a pass in the back of the end zone but couldn't get their feet in, called it incomplete. And ultimately, Harding lost that football game. Chance to tie it right at the end.
And here's the question. If you're the Vikings, you've got a good kicker. You're going to go for it on 4th and goal.
4th and goal from the 11.
There's the flag route for Snyder. And he'll go up. And he'll make the catch.
Eli Snyder.
How about it? So they tried to go to Carter Myers. He tapped the toe. We've seen it on replay. They didn't catch it. So hey, here's my next best guy. It's number 3. We talk about Eli Snyder all the time, marked him one of the most athletic guys on the field, and he proved it right there.
Well, we can talk about a lot of players, but we talked about it in the MVP interview last week. And when Eli was leaving, that's one of the things I said, River Valley, you need a big play. You find 3.
Yeah. I mean, we had almost a catch of the year against, I think it was Buckeye Valley 2 weeks ago, where he went over top of 3 defenders to catch it. And they're going to knot it up, Mark.
And the extra point is good, and we are tied. So with 8 minutes to go here in the first half, it's River Valley 7, Marion Harding 7. You're watching Friday Night Football on the OH Report.
I'm an adult learner, so I had to balance my work and my school. And the fact that NC State has online classes, hybrid classes, especially the instructors are very flexible with allowing you time to get all your work in.
Another battle in Marion County. River Valley and Harding locking horns here at Marion Harding High School. 8 minutes to go here in the second quarter. We are tied 7-7. Mark Bollinger along with Josh Banks. River Valley takes it down the field and scores on 4th and 11. Extra point is good, and we have a tie ball game. Harding takes the ball off the touchback. Presidents have only had the football one time, and they went 94 yards for a touchdown.
Yeah, and they've got a very highly touted offense with Landon Keller, Feliciano. He's got 3 guys that he can throw the ball to on the outside. Their offense was unstoppable in that first drive. Let's see if they can keep it going. And I tell you what, if the young man can keep his composure, it's going to be a high-scoring affair.
Well, and you look at the numbers, and through 4 games, the Presidents were only averaging a little over 200 yards of offense per game. They had 94 on the first drive. On the opposite side for River Valley, you're 8 minutes to go here in the first half. No penalties, no turnovers.
Nope.
2 things that have haunted them the first 4 games of the season. Play clock down to 1. And Feliciano's, excuse me, Ray J. Scott Harbolt on the carry.
Yeah, he took a direct snap.
Ray J. Scott Harbolt gains 2. last year in the monsoon game at River Valley between these teams. River Valley pulled it out 10-0.
Yeah, we were at that game.
Yeah. Beautiful night here tonight. Screen pass. Keller, he has a lot of room. 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. No flags, and this one goes to the house. 78-yard screen pass for a touchdown. Feliciano to Keller, and just like that, Harding strikes again.
And I tell you what, this combination of Feliciano and Landon Keller, we talked about it all pregame. They're 3 or 4 plays away from being 3-1. They average 200 yards a game, Mark. They've already almost got their season average in the first half.
What a great call by the offensive coaching staff of Harding in execution. Keller had an escort to the house. The blocking on that play was terrific. And when he got the football in his hands, he knew what to do.
The speed, the ability to find the hole, and again, the blocking on a screenplay, because that's the hardest play in football to block. You see a lot of holding penalties get called on a screenplay. That was blocked to perfection by Harding.
Low kick, but it is not good. He missed it. So the missed extra point could loom large later. River Valley trails Marion Harding 13-7 with 7:12 to go here in the second quarter. Harding scoring drive, just 2 plays, 80 yards.
That's
2 plays, 80 yards.
176 yards and 2 drives for this Harding offense.
Averaging 210 on the season coming in.
What more could you ask for as a new head coach? Again, I spoke with him before the game, and his exact words to me is, man, look, we're about 4 plays away from being 3-1.
Well, again, I know a lot of people in the Marion area, and when C.J. Wessler came back home to Harding, there was a lot of talk about his return and the coaching staff that he put together. Some of these guys I know personally. You bring back former head coach Jared Slater. You bring in Corey Chapman, who was the head coach at Ridgedale. You bring back L.J. Scott, who is a Harding Hall of Famer. You go down the list, and former Harding players that have went on to good things have come back to coach. McFarland on the return.
Ball!
And the ball is out, and Harding's got it. So the turnover bug bites River Valley.
McFarland tries to break it outside. It gets punched out. Number 14 for Harding.
Theo Collins, the sophomore, knocks it loose.
And now Harding with a chance to go up 2 scores with 7 minutes to go. And let's not forget, Harding gets the ball at half.
Yeah. And just to finish my thought here real quick, another name a lot of River Valley fans are familiar with, Bryson Lawrence. All Ohioan at River Valley, went on to play at Tiffin, outstanding player. He's coached. He does a lot of fitness stuff. He's on the staff here. So Coach Wessler's put together a staff here that they think can bring this program back to prominence.
Well, and Coach Wessler told me, the staff that he brought in and he put together brought a lot of kids back to the sport that hadn't played in a few years.
Handoff, Gooden. Bounce it wide, and a big gain on first down. So Josiah Gooden is going to gain.
That's something that
9.
he really made sure he beat that home with me when we were talking on the field pregame. Is, hey, I brought in a staff that brought kids back to the game, and they're excited to be here, and we're seeing that tonight.
Anybody in Marion Harding, when you talk about Harding football, you go back obviously 50s, 60s, 70s. They had some of those great teams, but then after that, it was the Tim Hinton era where that Harding really, in recent times, made their mark, and they're looking to get back to that kind of program. Gooden's going to take the handoff and get a first down there. Tackle on the play by Wyrick.
And, let's talk about it. We've seen River Valley the last 3 out of the first 4 games. we've seen the way they've struggled defensively. But their offense is struggling here tonight. Yeah, they went down and scored when they finally opened it up. Luckily enough, that type of offense can make a comeback in a game like this, but this Harding offense looks unstoppable right now.
Feliciano, he's going to have to run. Bradley chasing and brought down. Harrison Bradley just runs him down from behind. The freshman didn't hear the big senior's footsteps.
And how
big
about
loss.
The ability by Bradley? You know, he stays home, and Harrison Bradley is one of, for being a big fella, I want to say he's 6'6", 240.
Yeah, 6'4".
He moves well for his size.
Yeah, loss of 9 on the play. Bradley came off on the edge, just did not give up on it. Chance here for the Vikings to get a crucial stop. Second, 17.
18.
They're calling
17.
it. Fakes Keller. Middle screen. Caught. And a great play there. Jaden Jordan. So they faked the swing pass to Keller, and they go middle screen to Jaden Jordan.
And the composure by the freshman. He had Bradley coming at his head again. He kept his composure. He dumped it off. And now you're 3rd and 5 instead of 3rd and 17. 3rd and 1.
Well, yeah, I think the score. Yeah, the
it's
scoreboard's
about
a little
3rd
off.
and 4.
Yeah, it's a little off. But again, good composure by Feliciano. Been very easily to throw that into the hands. He hands it off Keller, and Keller's going to be met, but he's going to get down to the 10, and it's enough for a first down.
1st and goal for the Presidents. And I tell you what, they look like they're the real deal right now, Mark.
Well, that Highland loss may have really gotten the attention of this Harding roster and the coaching staff.
Yeah. That's that's what Coach Wessler was talking about as well. That's a game they shouldn't have lost. They lost in overtime on the road. And I tell you what, I don't know about you, but I think this ball is going to be handed off to number 4 to try to punch it in. You got 4 tries to put it in the end zone.
Handoff, Keller, straight ahead, gain of 2.
Yeah, it looks like they'll give him 2.
A slew of River Valley Vikings in on the tackle. Harding, no hurry here. Run that play clock down. You want to keep River Valley's offense off the field as long as possible, as long as you can finish this drive with a touchdown.
4:19 to go. Hey, if you can score with under 2 left on the clock.
Yeah, I mean, first thing you got to do is you got to make sure you score. The clock's secondary, but if they can take this down, handoff. Keller, left side, pushes the pile, and a good job by the left side of that line. And Keller grinds ahead to about the 4.
I tell you what, they got one-on-one out wide, number 2 for Harding. Who is number 2? Is that RJ?
Yeah, Ray J. Scott
Ray
Harbaugh.
J, yeah. He's got man-to-man, and that corner is playing him about 5 yards off the ball.
Well, and that's something I think you're going to see the Presidents come back to when they have more field to work with.
Because if you went option right here and threw him a quick slant, there's nobody tackling him. He's going to walk in.
But again, you wonder if they'll come back to that because you get Ray J out in space. He's going to go to work. But right now, Viking defense needs to get a stop
They're
here.
going to bring Keller in motion.
Fakes it. Feliciano up the middle. Met right there and driven back. Eli Snyder right there on the tackle and late. And the whistles blew, and they did not stop the play. Feliciano's helmet comes off. So what looked like was going to be a 4th and goal from the 3 is going to be an automatic first down for Harding via penalty.
And so not only has the turnover bug come back to bite them, but now you got a penalty where it was getting ready to be 4th and goal, and now you got first.
Their first penalty of the night.
And how ironic is it on the same drive where they commit their first turnover of the night on the fumbled kick?
Well, any coach will tell you, you can't commit penalties and you can't turn the football over if you're going to win games. And that's been the story for River Valley so far here.
Coach Wessler going to take his final time out here in the first half.
So we'll keep it right here. 3:10 to go in the first half. Harding on top of River Valley 13-7. Presidents have had the football 3 times, scored on a 94-yard drive to open their scoring, then came back on a 2-play 80-yard drive, a 78-yard pass on a screen to Landon Keller from Feliciano. Extra point was missed, and that takes us to where we're at now with the Presidents leading River Valley 13-7.
Yeah, 3:10 to go here in the first half. And again, if you're the Presidents and Coach Wessler, you're inside the 2. Looks like you're on the 2-yard line. You've got 4 plays to punch this in 3 minutes to do it. And then guess what? You get the ball back in the second half.
But again, that River Valley offense with the wind at their back, the way they throw the football, they could easily drive down the field. 3 minutes is nothing for that offense. So if you're Harding, make sure you punch it in here first. That's your top priority. But if they don't get it on this first play, look for them to really eat up some clock.
Get on the first play or look for them to go quick as Feliciano is going to get under center with Keller behind him. They're going to hand this off right side.
Handoff, Keller straight ahead, met and dropped. He looks like he got down to about the 1.
Oh, and they did not get a first down on that penalty, Mark, so it's going to be a turnover on downs.
Okay.
Our mistake there.
Well, okay, so it had to be offsetting penalties then.
Had to have been. But then if it was offsetting penalties, why did they move the ball?
Not sure. We're kind of blocked and couldn't see the official on the call, but whatever it was 4th down
from the 2.
On the 2, and they do not get it. So big stop there for River Valley. Now they've got to
going
get
to their heavy package.
Walton in the backfield with Carter Logan, and Walton just falls forward to the gain of about 2. So what a huge play.
But here's the thing, if you're River Valley or if you're Marion Harding, it's now 2nd and 8 from the 4-yard line, 5-yard line.
Well, remember, Harding has no timeouts left. So they had Logan and JJ in the backfield, just trying to get out from the shadow of their own end zone.
Watch for a play action leak.
Outside the big fella, and he's got space. 20, 30. He just pushes people off. He rumbles out to the 40-yard line.
Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling down the line is the big fella, J.J. Walton. And how about the play call? You go heavy, and the big fella gets you 40.
Everybody thought they were going to go up the middle. He bounces it outside, just rumbles his way out to almost the 40. And now the Vikings are thinking about scoring and taking the lead. And what a turn of events we could have here at the end of the second quarter.
Myers pressed here on the outside. That's who he's going to look
for.
He's got Eli.
Snyder right down the seam, wide open. Eli Snyder, first down, River Valley. Gain of 12.
Again, they're going to look to go quick.
Going hurry up. Starks is out. Snap. Smith looks under pressure, sets his feet, throws, and knocked away.
Lang unable to come down with
Lang.
it. One thing we've already seen, though, in this first half is the offensive line for River Valley on the pass protection looks a lot better than it has in weeks past. But they still have to get the run game going.
Well, you know, and again, going back now that we know that was 4th down there, interesting call. You know, as good of a field goal kicker as extra point kicker as Harding has, a short field goal there, it was basically like an extra point would have put you up 2 scores.
Yeah, that's an interesting call by Coach Wessler and his staff.
But the way they've been running the football with Keller, you also understand it.
And you also don't expect J.J. Walton to break off a 40-yard run on 2nd and 8 from the 4-yard line either.
So gain of 7 there by Bailey.
Chase Smith on the field, watch a double pass. I'd love to see it.
Collins
Throw it out here to Chase.
He's going to run it. Collins pulls it, runs it, and gets enough for the first down.
That play's coming, Mark, I'm telling you. Chase Smith is lined up out here with Collins. We'll have a timeout by Coach Waddle and River Valley, but I'm telling you, I just noticed that when Collins is on the field, they put a triple stack on the far side. That triple stack consists of Carter Myers, Eli Snyder, and Chase Smith. I thoroughly expect at some point to see Collins take that snap, throw it to Chase Smith, and him to take a shot downfield. 1:07 left to go here in the first half. Who's to say we might not see it in the half?
Well, it's been an entertaining game, that's for sure.
For only 13-7, it's been a very fast-paced first half. As we're 51 minutes in and we're almost to halftime.
During halftime, we'll get a clarification on that penalty.
Yeah, I'm going to try.
See what took place down there on the goal line, because they threw the flags for personal fouls. We thought it was giving Harding a first down. Instead, it was the 4th down.
Which,
River
if
Valley
you think
with the
about
big
it, it
stop.
probably should have, because Feliciano lost his helmet on the play after the play was blown dead.
Yeah. Obviously, it had to be offsetting, but
yeah,
no matter what, River Valley threatening. Ball on the 36. Smith throws, caught, quickly upfield and out of bounds right about the 26-yard line.
Wyrick? Nope, that's number 2.
That was McFarland.
This pass is complete to Ellis McFarland. Pickup of 10, first down RV.
So Vikings get their 10th first down of the night. Clock rolling. We're under a minute to go. Vikings trying to take the lead here late in the first half. Smith drops, looks, throws, jump ball, and intercepted. They were looking for Carter Myers again, and it gets picked off. Tremaine Thompson Reese with the interception.
Second turnover now of the half. And here's the thing, you got 42 seconds. They went 80 yards on one play, just 2 drives to go, Mark. They got time.
Well, I would guess that the Presidents may be a little conservative here. They have no timeouts to go. Get the ball maybe to Keller, try to maybe hit Scott Harbold on a slant or something. But since they get the football to start the second half, I wouldn't be surprised if they just try to run the football here, run out the clock. Gooden's going to be in the backfield along with Feliciano. And penalty flag on the field.
Delay game. You don't want to make it harder on yourself than you have to also if you're the Presidents, because now you're getting into
well, and that might affect the play calling as well. Just our first penalty of the night. And there's a hole. Gooden out to the 27-yard line. Quick burst for 12.
Second and 3, and they're looking to go quick.
Well, they've got the big play capability. See if they can bust one here. Handoff Gooden. Harrison Bradley there to meet him along with Eli Snyder. Gooden keeps fighting and battles his way out to the 31. Gain of 4 and enough for a first down. Good,
that should
tough
do
run.
It for the half. We'll see if they run another play. They can. 11 seconds left.
May hand it off one more time.
But you don't have to run a play if you don't want to.
And
they're not going to.
Yeah, they're going to take this to the locker room. So with that, that will wrap up the first half here from Marion Harding and a really well-played game. And for the Battle of Marion County, it's Marion Harding 13, or River Valley 7. The halftime band show will be coming up next. You're watching Friday Night Football live and free on the OH Report.
We work very hard to prepare them for jobs in the field. And aging, mental health, behavioral health, substance abuse, it's just a diverse, broader range of agencies they can work for and a lot of great work they can do for the community.
Welcome to Marion County Now, the heartbeat of our neighborhood, the fountain of our news. We're local, we're pertinent, and we're all about you. We're dedicated to keeping you in the loop, involved, and linked with the community. And the cherry on top, our service doesn't cost a dime. Marion County Now, our neighborhood, our news.
For over 12 years, you've trusted Scout Construction for quality building and remodeling. Now we're proud to offer expert excavation services to start your project off right. You see what we build, now see the way we dig. Experience the Scout Construction difference. Call or email us today for a free quote and let us break ground together.
Our journey begins in the 2010s with the electrifying, unstoppable groove. Inspired by 80s funk beats, get ready to feel the funk as this band unleashes the power of Mark Ronson and pop icon Bruno Mars' mega hit Uptown Funk. With its driving bassline and undeniable energy, this song perfectly captures the swagger and soul of the decade. Feel free to sing along as the marching band jams out to Uptown Funk.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's get ready for the party with high-octane anthem that blended pop, country, and dance into a global phenomenon. The band in color guard will bring the house down with the infectious rhythm of Pitbull featuring Kesha's colossal hit, Timber. And continuing through that is a drumline solo going in to the smash hit by the Jonas Brothers in the 2019 is Sucker. Let's give it up one more time for the 2025 River Valley Marching Band. Let's go Vikings!
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the 2025 Marion Harding Marching Band. Under the direction of Jacob Hartman and Ben Weaver, this year's show entitled Tough City Grind will explore the story of the city through time, its industrious past, its proud and thriving present, and its hopeful vision for the future. The Harding Band is under the field leadership of drum majors Ainsley Butler and Sierra Sturm. Featured musicians are Reagan Tway and Jacob Adams. Please sit back and enjoy the decorated, celebrated Pride of Marion, Ohio, the 2025 Marion Harding Marching Band.
We work very hard to prepare them for jobs in the field. And aging, mental health, behavioral health, substance abuse, it's just a diverse, broader range of agencies they can work for and a lot of great work they can do for the community.
Welcome to Marion County Now, the heartbeat of our neighborhood, the fountain of our news. We're local, we're pertinent, and we're all about you. We're dedicated to keeping you in the loop, involved, and linked with the community. And the cherry on top, our service doesn't cost a dime. Marion County Now, our neighborhood, our news.
For over 12 years, you've trusted Scout Construction for quality building and remodeling. Now we're proud to offer expert excavation services to start your project off right. You see what we build, now see the way we dig. Experience the Scout Construction difference. Call or email us today for a free quote and let us break ground together.
Welcome back to Marion Harding High School for the Coldwell Banker Krista.Smith halftime show. Great job by the two marching bands from both River Valley and Marion Harding. What a first half we had here in Marion. Harding leads 13-7 thanks to an 8-yard run from Landon Keller and then a 78-yard screen pass that he took from Feliciano to the house to give Harding their 13 for River Valley. Their one score was an 11-yard touchdown pass from Smith to Eli Snyder.
Before we get rolling with stats, I'm going to go over some other scores in the area real quick, Mark. Other MOAC scores, Gallion 7, Ontario 0, Shelby 34, Highland 0 at half. So that'll be a running clock in the second half. Coming Crawford 35-0 over Buckeye Central. 21-0 Clear Fork over Pleasant. And then in the other N10, Mohawk 48, Bucyrus 7 at half, so that'll also be a running clock. And then I think we both kind of opened our eyes pretty wide at this one. Mount Gilead's put up 28 points, and they've only allowed 7 for the Freddies.
Yeah, great first half for Mount Gilead leading that game. Some other Marion County scores, Elgin leading 32-0 at the half over Corey Rawson, and Ridgedale leading Upper Scioto Valley 22-8. And as you said, Pleasant trailing Clear Fork 21-0 at the half. Looking at the stats, I mean, the first thing that jumps out at you is just the Marion Harding offense coming in, averaging 210 yards per game. Talking about Pleasant, the Presidents got it rolling, and man, did they look good in that first half.
94 yards on the first drive. And then how about drive number 2? Is an 80-yard screen pass to Landon Keller. Or drive number 3, I'm sorry.
No, his second one is 2 plays. Yep, first one went for 2 yards and 78-yarder.
I mean, you can't ask for anything else on the other side. You're doing everything right. You forced 2 turnovers, the interception and the fumble on the kickoff return. But let's talk about how clean this game's been played, Mark. We're through the first half, and there's only been 2 flags from the entire half.
And we did get a confirmation on what happened down near the goal line. When it looked like Harding was going to punch it in and get their 3rd score of the night, there was a unnecessary roughness following the play. Found out in high school football, it is not an automatic first down on a personal foul. So that's why it was half the distance. Harding had it 4th and goal from the 2. They came up, River Valley came up with the stop and was able to keep Harding from scoring. But again, the Presidents played a really good first half, and we'll see if they can keep it going here as they get the football to open the second half with a 13-7 lead over River Valley. So Harding will take over, 11:54 to go. Second half just underway. Ball on their own 33-yard line. Presidents used the legs of Landon Keller. Keller 58 yards rushing in the first half, plus that 78-yard touchdown pass he took on the screenplay. And then the arm, of course, of Feliciano. I mean, give him credit. 7-7, 124 yards. The young man putting up some numbers, and Harding's got a special one there under center. Feliciano immediately, and it's dropped. Good idea, looking for Scott Harbolt.
Harbolt unable to come away with it. They tried to get him in space. You kind of talked about the second half maybe starting out that way, and they did. But here's the thing. Again, you've got a freshman quarterback who I think you and I can legitimately say did not make a bad read in the first half.
No, he was flawless in that first half. You know, we talked in the pregame of just about getting them in the right position, getting the play called, managing the game. But, man, he did that and more. Handoff, Keller, right side. He's going to be brought down after a short gain. Ty Manette in on the tackle for River Valley.
A big tackle there is you're going to have about 3rd and 7.
So early critical play here on 3rd down for Harding. Presidents going north to south, as we said. Pretty strong wind blowing in from the north.
They're going to bring Keller in motion. They do it every time. My guess will be fake to him and look for a shot.
Oh, what a catch.
Hey.
Well, Ray J. Scott Harbolt made up for it. That last one was a drop. That one was a dime over the middle. He put his hands up, caught it, gets it down to about the 40. Exactly what we talked about, going to him and getting him in space because Ray J is an athlete.
Here's the thing. You know, the catch was phenomenal, but the throw was even better. He threw it where only Harbolt could get it.
27-yard gain. Handoff, Keller, stiff arm. Oh, just running it over people. He's punishing Viking defenders, Snyder and Lang there, to knock him out of bounds around the 33.5-yard line.
It's just one of those things where you see a young man, and you kind of mentioned it, Mark, a close loss last week to Highland, it looks like has completely flipped the script for this President's team here in Week 5.
Yeah, we were excited to see this Harding team. We haven't seen them yet all season long. You know, we've read about them, talked to people, but our first chance to see them, and, you know, they're going to be a team that gets better and better as the year goes on.
And as a high school athlete and as a coach, you know, you coach the high school level, as have I. Isn't that all we ask for? Improvement week in and week out and continue to get better.
Absolutely. And, you know, that's one of the things that, you know, with high school athletes, you see it a lot. You know, college level, same thing. It's like, you know, when I coached, you know, with basketball, we talked about, okay, we don't want to be the same team in February as we are in March at the college level. We went in, you know, you're doing workouts in the off season, and then, you know, all you do, you prime for March. Handoff, right side, and it's going to go down to about the 1-yard line, knocked out of bounds. Does Feliciano.
Broke the tackle, the arm tackle of Eli Snyder. That's impressive in itself. The ability to get outside, and now you're at the 2-yard line. Guess what? You're going to turn around and hand it off to number 4 and let him punch it in.
Keller, left side, touchdown. Landon Keller gets his 3rd touchdown of the night. And to put it mildly, Harding is doing whatever they want on the offensive side of things. 4 drives, 3 of them were touchdowns. The other one ended in a goal line stop by River Valley. President's just making sure River Valley has no answer. What an impressive drive to open up the second half.
And how about this President squad? You've lost 3 in a row after what I think some of us might consider an upset over Mount Vernon, who's come back and knocked off some big-time opponents. Upset week 1, blown out week 2, and now you're close.
Now, up 19-7, Presidents make the decision they're going to go for 2. Keller goes to the right side. Feliciano rolls right, looks like throw it, and last second throws it, and
incomplete.
It's going to be incomplete. So while the 2-point conversion fails, another impressive drive by Marion Harding as they go 67 yards in just over 2 minutes to lead 19-7.
And they did it all right. They've done it all right all night. You said it best. They've had 4 drives. They have gotten inside the 5-yard line on every single drive, except for the big play touchdown to Keller. They have moved the ball at will, and this River Valley defense is going to have to do something. They need a stop, and they need a score right now.
Yeah, River Valley defense is going to have to get a stop because, there's 9:47 to go in the third quarter, and Harding has 284 yards of total offense.
This offense is the real deal, Mark. We've talked about it. I think we all knew the expectations that Harding had this year, and they're coming into it tonight.
So week after struggling at Highland, President's looking good here through the first half and beginning of the third quarter. Can River Valley answer? And there is space. Lang, 40, 45, near midfield, and Kolton Lang with a great return. And that's the spark River Valley may have needed. Kolton Lang with the return out to midfield and great starting field position for the Vikings. First half, River Valley, as we said, 89 yards rushing, 71 through the air. Chase Smith, 8 of 12, 71 yards, a touchdown, and an interception.
Hey, look at the backfield. Owen Collins and the big guy.
They fake it. Collins keeps it. And a gain of about 1. And again, anytime Owen Collins is in the game, you've got to be keen quarterback run.
Well, and you got J.J. Walton out there with him now instead of Wyrick or Bailey. Listen, J.J. Walton had a big run. He's a big guy. He's an extra blocker at this point.
Yeah, you run quarterback keeper. It's basically like a pulling guard. Walton, 6'2", 260, and he can move. They give it to him ahead of steam. He just carries people with him for 8.
Landon Keller with the tackle. Oh, third down. The big fella can move too, Mark.
He gets a burst of speed going there. He's hard to bring down. Look for him to get it again here on 3rd and short.
3rd and about 2.
They fake it. Collins throws and overthrows his wide receiver, Snyder.
Again, you still have Chase Smith on the field. If you look on that far side, you'll see it here. They're going to go triple stack on the far side. It's Carter Myers, it's Eli Snyder, it's Chase Smith.
Well, I think you're going to see run here.
You have to. If you're going for it here on 4th down, you have to hand it off to the big fella.
As you said, either give it to the big fella or let JJ be that lead blocker for the quarterback draw. Collins fakes straight forward, and he's not going to get it. Presidents were waiting on it. Great tackle there by number 52, Lucas Keller.
Lewis and Landon both in on the stop. And that's the last thing you needed if you're the Vikings. The President's offense has ran wild on you all night. You're already down 2 scores, and you just gave them the football back.
Big stop by Harding. So River Valley had great starting field position. Kolton Lang returns it to the 50. Vikings cannot do anything with it.
They moved the ball 8 yards after that phenomenal return by Kolton Lang. And those were on the legs of J.J. Walton.
So Harding takes over on their 43. Good starting field position for the Presidents. Feliciano drops, looks, he's going for it all, and just overthrows Scott Harbolt. Ray J had his man beat.
That's a hard guy to overthrow too, Mark.
They took a shot. Just a little overthrown.
That's a tough guy to overthrow.
But you like the play call on first down. You get the quick change with the fourth down hold. Presidents try to go over the top and get a quick one. Again, only third quarter, but it seems like the Viking defense better get a stop here. Handoff, Gooden gets away from one tackler, gets away from another, and he just takes a couple of Vikings out to almost midfield. Good tough run there for about 6.
Harrison Bradley in on the tackle. We've called his name a couple of times, but again, we keep talking, how good is this Harding offense? Their line doing a great job protecting the freshmen and opening up holes for the run game.
That's where I was going to go. That offensive line has given Keller and Gooden a lot of holes to run through, and those guys run hard. Good 1-2 punch there for the Presidents. 3rd and 4. Tried to get him to jump.
Bradley almost jumps.
Feliciano, oh, bad snap. And smart play by Feliciano. He just jumps on the football. So bad snap. It's going to take it back to the 32-yard line.
A major loss.
17-yard loss there.
Yeah, loss of almost 20, and now the Vikings have forced a punt. So your defense does its job. Your offense has to do the same. Yeah. Now the question I'll pose, Mark, your offense gets the ball back. Who do we see at quarterback this drive?
Yeah. We'll see what happens here. Keller back to punt. Averages just shy of 30 yards per punt. Dangerous return, Eli Snyder. And he's looking and decides he's going to kick it last second and going to get a great roll. And the ball rolls dead at the 13-yard line. Great job by Landon Keller. He took off with the football.
That rugby-style punt, we see it at the high school or the college and the pro level a lot, and he executed it to perfection.
Yeah, and of course with Keller with the football in his hands, there's always that threat that he's going to hold it and go. As soon as the Vikings committed, Keller gets a hold of it, and it's going to pin River Valley back to the 14-yard line. So big change of field position, and it's Chase Smith at quarterback for River Valley. Presidents lead 19-7, 6:36 to go here in the third quarter from Harding High School. Smith rolls, looks, throws, caught.
Big 7-yard gain on first down. Again, moving the ball in a positive way on first down. They've done it most of the night tonight. They haven't been able to execute on second and third down.
First down, gain of 6, 2nd and 4.
Almost jumped again, just like on the other side.
Smith drops, looks, out pattern. Lang caught and hit immediately. Tremail Thompson-Reese right there for the tackle.
Huge hit by Thompson-Reese.
Tremail right there, Johnny on the spot. A gain of 3, but nice tackle there by Thompson-Reese. Kept River Valley from the first down.
Here comes big J.J. Walton again onto the field. I mean, here's the thing, Mark. When you trot 44 on the field, line him up in a fullback and just turn around and let him go up to center. And they're going to have to use a timeout. Coach Waddle not happy on the sideline.
The play clock was down to 1 right before the Vikings called and burnt their first time out of the half. 5:40 to go here in the third quarter. Harding leading River Valley 19-7 in MOAC action.
I'm almost at a loss just at the way this game's gone. We had an explosive first quarter. We had big offense in the first quarter. We had a good second quarter. And then Harding's come out here in quarter number 3. Their defense is held strong. Their offense went down and scored on their first possession. And the only reason it sputtered on the previous was because of a bad snap.
Yeah, the bad snap when Harding had the ball near midfield, third down. Bad snap led to a 17-yard loss, forced the Presidents to punt. Now River Valley seeing if they can do anything with it. 3rd and 1. Ball resting on the 24. Handoff, Walton up the middle, and he's going to get the first down. Gain of 3 for J.J. Walton.
Here's the thing, like I said, you put J.J. Walton in the backfield, you line him up at fullback, or you go into the I like they just did. You go strong I formation, let the guy run up the center and go get a couple.
Yeah, 4 carries for J.J. Walton for 54 yards. Of course, that one was that 38-yarder out of the shadow of his end zone.
Collins going to come back in, so again, you expect a quarterback run.
And Collins got him with the encroachment. Offsides. Just the second penalty of the night on Harding.
That'll move it to 1st and 5. Again, though, their defense has played well. Yeah, does a 5-yard penalty hurt? It does, but you trust what you've done so far through the first 2.5 quarters.
Clock nears 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Handoff, Bailey up the middle. Jay Starks again.
I'm just going to say he's got to be nearing double-digit tackles on the evening.
Defensive line play. J.J. Starks has been impressive tonight. You give credit to that entire Harding defense, though, holding River Valley to just 7 points here so far in the ballgame. Collins fakes, quarterback run again. Right side and brought down. He's going to get the first down.
Again, I'm waiting for the double pass, Mark. They keep setting it up. Every time Chase Smith steps back, he looks for the ball. I'm waiting for it to happen.
Another first down for River Valley. 1st and 10 from the 38. Collins again in the shotgun. Stacked to the short side. Collins looks like he's changing the play.
5 on the play clock.
He keeps it. Breaks a tackle, but immediately hit. Coming up the level of the boom was Kavion Norman. Sean Kelly also there on the hit.
Again, you become predictable. Collins comes off. Chase Smith now goes back under center. The offense is too predictable with a 2-quarterback system.
Three to the short side. Handoff. Smith rolls, looks, thrown up, and good effort by Ellis McFarland. McFarland went up high, tried to get it one-handed, but ball overthrown, falls incomplete.
Now you're 3rd and long, and you're another passing situation if you're the Vikings.
Pretty good coverage there by the Presidents.
Yeah, and as Big Stark's going to look to get a breather here. I don't think the young man's come off the field yet tonight until just now.
And I don't know if Harding got everybody off the field, but I don't see any flags. Smith, he's going to run and slide and well short of the first down. So he's going to gain about 2. But that's going to bring up 4th down for River Valley. 4th and 6 on their own 42-yard line.
Is this a punt situation?
I think you almost have to go for it. The way Harding's moved the football, You can't afford to give it to them when you're already down by 2 scores.
And they've shown they can run the ball and eat clock. You got 2:50 left in quarter 3, and they're going to line up and go for it.
Yeah, it's been a quick-moving third quarter. Vikings looking to the sideline. 4 wide receivers set.
5 on the game clock.
Now Bailey's going to split out. They're going to go empty, and play clock down to 1, and River Valley takes a timeout. So another unforced error here by River Valley. Second time tonight, well, here in the third quarter, we've seen the play clock get down to 1 before the Vikings have to call a timeout.
Yeah, and now you're in a real tough situation if you're the Vikings. You're in a really good football game. You score here, you're down 1 score. You've only got 1 timeout left for the rest of the game.
Yeah, the way this game has went, you may need those timeouts to try to stop the clock and slow down the President's run game if it gets into a late game where they're trying to just grind it out and finish it. But the Vikings also here take the opportunity to talk it over. Big 4th down play. 2:35 to go, third quarter. River Valley trails Marion Harding 19-7.
And what do we always say? You need a big play. Who do you go to?
Yep. If you're River Valley, you're probably looking for number 3. He's lined up in the slot. So Bailey was in the backfield. We'll see if they motion him out and go empty. Nope, they keep him in there. He's staying in the block. Smith throws, caught, McFarland.
It's going to be really close. It's going to depend on the spot.
And just enough. He needed 6. He got 7. So great route there by Ellis McFarland.
And a
knew
great
where the first
catch.
down marker was.
Great throw by Chase Smith. A great catch by McFarland. But the worry here, if you're the Vikings, is you kind of got to move a little bit. I know it's only the third quarter, but you got to get something going. When they went pace in that first half, that's when they were successful.
So big 4th down conversion by the Vikings there on their own side of midfield. Smith rolls, throw back. Harrison Bradley catch 40. 35 brought down out there by Thompson Reese. So Smith rolls right, throws it back to Bradley, who leaked out from the tight end position. Gain of 15.
And now they're going to pick up tempo just a little bit. Offensive line already on the ball. They're going to go empty.
5 wide receiver set. Empty look for River Valley. Vikings have done a really good job of moving the pocket. I think they're really worried about this pass rush from the Presidents. Smith stops, avoids, comes back, sets again, tries to go up the middle, and he's going to get brought down. It's going to be a loss of 1.
He did a great job of avoiding pressure there.
But if you're Harding, you have to be elated because you brought pressure with 3 guys and then a 4th kind of spy at the end. But you're getting pressure with 3, allowing them to play some zone behind it.
Yep.
It's been effective here in slowing down this River Valley offense.
Absolutely it has.
1:20 to go. Clock continues to roll here at Marion Harding. Again, Vikings go empty. Presidents. And the delay of game.
And that's going to be the third and
before the delay
final.
game, they take the timeout. So the third time River Valley has to burn a timeout to avoid the delay of game call. And the Vikings are out of timeouts here in the third quarter.
And if you are Coach Waddle on the sideline, you are irate at this situation.
Yeah, Vikings not doing a good job of managing the clock. We're at 1:07 to go. Marion Harding leads River Valley 19-7. River Valley has used 3 timeouts to avoid delay of game penalties. But they had a big conversion after the last timeout. They had 4th and 6, gain of 7 from Chase Smith to Ellis McFarland, moved the chains. River Valley now on the Harding 36-yard line, trying to pull to within a score.
They're going to stay empty.
we haven't called his name for tackles, but Colton Seibroll is another guy up on that defensive line that's been able to put a lot of pressure on the Viking quarterbacks. Deep throw, they look on the caught, and touchdown, and just like that, the big play River Valley offense strikes. Carson Myers from Chase Smith for 36 yards and a touchdown.
Hey, I'm going to say it. All Carter Myers does is score touchdowns, Mark.
Carter Myers catches, I believe it's number 6 on the season.
It is. And now they're right back in it.
19-13, 59 seconds to go. Big drive by the Vikings. 86-yard drive. And the kick is up and good. So with 59 seconds to go here at Marion Harding, it's Harding 19, River Valley 14. We'll be back after this quick timeout. Welcome back to Marion Harding High School in the city of Marion, where these two Marion County schools are battling it out tonight. Harding leads River Valley 19-14, just under a minute to go here in the third quarter. I'm Mark Bollinger along with Josh Banks. Harding takes the kickoff out to about the 38-yard line. So again, good starting field position for the Presidents.
And if you're Harding, you don't need to score again. Landon Keller needs to touch the ball about 20 times between now and the end of the football game.
Well, that last Viking score cuts it down to a one-score lead here. I'm sure the Viking defense being urged to try to get a stop and get off the field. And then on the other side, Coach Wessler and the President's coaching staff need another touchdown drive from the freshman Des Feliciano and the offensive side of the ball. Handoff, Keller keeps his feet turning, and he just drags people. Great job keeping his feet moving by Landon Keller. He had about 4 yards after contact, gain of 8 on first down.
Yeah, he's hit right at the line of scrimmage and just kept the legs turning as Harrison Bradley was on his back.
And I know we're only in the third quarter, but, man, Landon Keller has been the guy tonight.
Yes, he has.
Second along 2. Handoff, Keller, little bobble, and J.J. Walton is going to meet him right there. And loss on the play. And that's going to bring us to the end of the third quarter. So as we finish quarter number 3, the scoreboard says Marion Harding 19, River Valley 14. We'll be back after this timeout. You're watching MOAC football on Friday night on the OH Report. Well, this Marion County battle has come down to the fourth quarter. Harding leads River Valley 19-14. Big third down here. Feliciano rolls, throws, intercepted. Ellis McFarland with the pick. And River Valley is in business inside Harding territory.
Big turnover for the Vikings as now they have it in Harding territory with a chance to take the lead.
Well, they're going to call him out of bounds at the 49. So River Valley 51 yards from taking the lead. Feliciano just rolling to his left, tried to make a play. McFarland undercut the receiver in the route. And another close game here between two Marion County squads. Last week, River Valley held on to beat Pleasant 21-14. Handoff, Bailey straight ahead. And ball's out and fumble, and Harding has the football. And just like that, and the turnover bug goes the other way.
Trying to get extra yards, and look who it is in there causing havoc. It's big J.J. Starks, who was on his back.
And one play after turning it over themselves, Harding creates the turnover and gets the ball on their own 46-yard line.
The last thing you wanted if you're on the Viking sideline was a turnover there. You finally forced one. You give it right back, their third turnover of the night.
Harding defense, 3 turnovers forced tonight, including in the special teams game. Turnovers hurting the Vikings. Handoff on the jet sweep. Outside, 50, 45. Looking for room 40 and dances out of bounds right there. Josiah Goodman.
Quick feet, great break on the outside. He was looking for one more blocker. He couldn't find it, but it'll be a President's first down.
And what a weapon Harding has. You run Keller, who's had a great game tonight, averages over 5 yards per carry, and then you bring Gooden in, and he bursts his way for 19.
A great 1-2 punch in the backfield.
Late substitution, Keller for Gooden. Now Feliciano keeps it, quarterback draw, puts his head down, moves straight ahead, gain of 4. I'm sure the Presidents would like nothing more than to keep this ball on the ground and just churn out some yards and run that clock and see if they can cap it off with a score. Now remember, due to the missed extra point and the missed 2-point conversion,
just getting ready to bring
a field goal would still make it a 1-possession game.
Field goal puts them up 8.
But if you're Harding, you're thinking touchdown. Viking defense, you're thinking force a turnover, get the ball back, handoff, Keller. Oh, great play down the line.
Is that Kaloa or Logan?
Yep, Kloa. Jackson came down the line, was able to tackle him from Keller from behind. Gain of 1. Good play there by the Viking defensive lineman. 3rd and 5. I think if you're the Presidents, you have 2 straight running plays here.
Agreed. Goodman back out,
See if you put
back
your
out there.
Freshman quarterback in a position to throw it, if you let him keep it. Gooden in motion. Wide, first down, 30, 25, 20, and knocked out of bounds, but another good gain. The Presidents attacking the edges here in the 4th quarter. Another big yard by Gooden.
They have
run.
Unlimited speed on the edge with Gooden, Keller. They're very fast on the outside. But again, how about the offensive line play to allow these big runs to happen?
And you don't get that kind of run without good blocking from your wide receivers.
Absolutely.
late substitution here by the Presidents.
Gooden
Theo
still in the
Collins.
game.
Gooden takes it, tries to bounce out wide, and again, I think it's Kloa. It is. Jackson Kloa makes another tackle. No
Here's the
gain
question that I'll pose to you, Mark. If you get into a 4-down situation here, do you settle for 3?
Well, they stopped you on 4th and goal late in the second quarter. How much trust do you have in that defense to keep River Valley from going 98 yards or whatever it may be? Right now, Harding still thinking score.
Keller
Vikings
in the backfield.
desperately need a stop. Handoff. Keller, he lost it, but he able to grab it. Little trouble on the handoff there. The ball bouncing around. Landon grabbed it out of the air. Gain of 1. Good decision there by Landon to make sure he had the football before he hit the line.
9 minutes left.
3rd and 9. Man, these are some big plays here in this Marion County gridiron matchup. Two teams desperately wanting a win for MOAC and playoff implications and bragging rights. Feliciano fakes it, keeps it. Quick throw wide, caught, and dancing his way into the end zone. Jaden Jordan, 15 yards, and Harding extends their lead to 25-14.
Again, it's perfectly
And we got a Viking
executed
down
by
on
the
the
Harding.
play, or excuse me, a President down on the play. .8:34 to go here in the ball game. Feliciano on 3rd and 9 rolls right. As soon as the Viking defender steps up, he throws a quick pass to the flat, and Jaden Jordan does the rest. Dances down the right sideline and extends this lead to 25-14.
Still plenty of time, though. I am going to say that. Plenty of time if you're the Vikings. Don't, Brett.
Well, and it looks like it's just a cramping situation here for the Harding player.
While we have a minute, I want to go ahead and thank all of our sponsors. Krista.Smith Coldwell Banker. Looking to buy, sell real estate, call Krista.Smith with the Coldwell Banker Integrity Home Team. First Federal Community Bank, banking locally just got a little easier. OhioHealth, as the area's leading healthcare provider, OhioHealth is investing in a stronger, healthier community. Learn more at ohiohealth.com/Mansfield. Arcelor Mittal, smarter steels for people and planet. Hiring now with competitive wages and benefits. Visit Arcelor-Mittal-Ohio.com and click careers for more details. The Ohio State University Marion, enhancing student development by supporting meaningful experiences inside and outside the classroom to build a more spirited, vibrant future.
You see him helping Tremail Thompson-Reese off the field. So best wishes to Thompson-Reese that everything is okay for that young man. Again, good wide receiver blocking out there by Thompson-Reese, and the Presidents allowed Jordan to score. Kick it up and blocked. So the lead stays at 11, so still a 2-possession game here with the blocked extra point. Second missed extra point and a 2-point conversion. The Presidents were not able to convert. Keeps this lead at 25-14.
And it's Marion County football, Mark. We've seen it last week, 21-14. River Valley holds on to beat Pleasant. And we're seeing Harding come out and play ball tonight. But again, like I said, 8.5 left in quarter number 4. We know how powerful this River Valley offense can be. This game is far from over.
Well, but with the way Harding has moved the football, I think if you're River Valley, you're going to have to abandon that run game and just start slinging it. And I mean, you've got to get a score, stop, and a score with in 8.5 minutes here.
And let's talk about it. No timeouts.
And no timeouts.
that could be the difference in the end of this game.
Well, and earlier we talked about the individual play of Landon Keller and some other guys, Feliciano, stuff like that. But I'll tell you, when you look at this ball game so far, I think if you give anybody a game ball, that credit goes to the offensive and defensive lines of Marion Harding. They have just been outstanding tonight. Bailey brings it out, and he is going to be knocked out of bounds just shy of the 30-yard line. They're going to put him at the 29.
And this is a must-score drive now. If you're the Vikings, you cannot win this football game if you don't score on this drive.
Right, yeah, River Valley is in 4-down territory from here on out, you would think.
And not just score, but quick.
Yeah, again, the Harding just controlled the football tonight. Time of possession, moved it up and down the field.
About 200 of you out there watching on YouTube and Facebook. Hey, let us know who should win MVP. Who do you guys think? Mark and I will have to make the decision, but we'll always take help.
Quick throw to the flat to Bailey. Gain of 1. Vikings have to go quick here. Harding defense willing to give up a yard or two in exchange for 30 seconds.
Yeah, absolutely.
Again, the Presidents only rushing 3, dropping 8. Throw down the middle, picked off, intercepted, and down to midfield. There for the interception was Jaden Griffith, the senior defensive back. Read it, stepped up, and River Valley, 4th turnover of the night.
And how about this Harding defense? Again, if you look at it, Mark, if you look at their 4 previous games, they gave up 12 points to Highland. They gave up 14 points to Lima Senior. They gave up 42 points to a Division I recruit in Nathan Bernhard. Other than that, their defense has been phenomenal all season long.
Yeah, they're giving up 22 points a game. Obviously, that Ashland game really skewed that number, but just 237 yards per game allowed. And they have done an outstanding job tonight. Now for Harding, it's just a matter of trying to play keep away. You're under 8 minutes away from a victory here in this county rivalry matchup. Vikings definitely looking to get a turnover. Ray J. Scott Harbolt with the carry, and Ray J's going to gain 7. Ellis McFarland brings down Scott Harbolt. Second and 3, ball on the 44. Play clock at 13. Snapped, hands off, and dives forward. That was Juju Glover. Glover's going to be marked down at the 42-yard line. So 3rd and 1 here for the Presidents. First down here, again, is going to take a couple more minutes off the clock. River Valley has no timeouts left. Feliciano, play clock at 10, handoff, Keller, hit, bounces off, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, and Keller just fights his way down to the 19-yard line. 23-yard burst. Multiple guys had a chance to bring Keller down, and Landon just refused.
Yeah, Landon Keller is one of the hardest guys on the field to bring down. Those legs don't stop moving. And, hey, he's one of the reasons that they're hoping to leave this game victorious.
Well, and with the first down, that'll likely chew another couple minutes off the clock. Handoff, Glover breaks a tackle, almost squirts through there for another big play. but he's brought down just inches from another touchdown.
He was one sidestep away from putting it in the end zone, Mark.
Gain of 4. 2nd and 4 if you're Harding. No need to rush here. Get that play clock under 5. They go to the line of scrimmage, 14 on the play clock. See if they can just, instead they snap it with still 10 to go. Now they're going to look to throw it. Feliciano throws it, almost caught. That was intended for Ray J. Scott Harbolt.
He almost had a little toe drag in there for a touchdown. How about the play call, though, there?
Interesting play call. 2nd and 4. Presidents take a shot. We got a River Valley guy down who's cramping.
Hey, I'm just going to say it is warm for a September Friday night.
Yeah. So good effort there by the Presidents trying to go for the touchdown. Instead, it falls incomplete, and they did River Valley a favor as the clock stops. 5:14 to go here, quarter number 4. Marion Harding 25, River Valley 14 in week 2 of MOAC action. Presidents trying to move their way to 2-3 on the season, 1-1 in the MOAC. River Valley currently standing at 2-2 overall and 1-0 in MOAC play.
3 more sponsors I got to shout out here.
Absolutely.
Sorry, guys. Marion County Now, we're all about you. And like our friends at the OH Report, we're free to readers. North Central State College, providing individuals with the knowledge, skills, and inspiration to succeed in their chosen paths. And Scout Constructions, with more than a decade of business, you can trust Scout Construction with your roofing and siding needs. Call Scout Construction for more information, 419-989-7240.
And Kolton Lang jogs off the field after the cramps. Good to see him up and moving.
Yes.
Thank you again to all of our sponsors for allowing us to bring all of tonight's action to you live and free. From Marion County, Feliciano drops. They're going to look to throw again and overshoots Ray J. Scott Harbolt. So back-to-back passing attempts by the Presidents when they could have just ran the football.
And now it's 4th down. This just shows you they trust their defense to not allow River Valley to put another point on that scoreboard.
That's going to bring up a big 4th down here. It looked like the the Presidents were going in for another score to put this one out of reach, but instead they're not. So the play clock running down. Presidents are going to take a timeout.
Here's the question: is this a field goal scenario? If you trust your kicker, but the first one he made today, he barely got over the upright. He missed the next one, and then the last one got blocked.
Yeah, if you're blocking extra points, I don't think you take the chance of a field goal, get that blocked, and a return for a touchdown because, that happens now. You're 5 minutes to go, and it's a one-score game. So, that's where I think you're Harding. You've been in 4-down territory, which is why I was kind of surprised they threw it the last 2 times when – they could have had this thing under 4 minutes, 3.5 minutes to go.
Here's the thing, though. Offensively tonight, I don't have the numbers. We'll have those in the postgame show. I want to say they averaged probably about 5 yards a carry tonight. So you're 4th and 4. Take a couple shots. You trust that your line's going to give you a hole to get 4 yards. And Landon Keller is one of the hardest guys on the field to bring down. You trust that he's going to be able to get you 4 yards. And that jet motion, that action's been really good for them tonight.
Get to the edge. I think if you're River Valley, you're on a run blitz right here. You're thinking 4's getting the football.
Yeah, you're bringing 9 guys. Yep. You're playing man-to-man on the edge, and you're saying you're not beating me with the run.
It's going to be option right. Feliciano keeps it and dives ahead, and it's going to be enough for the first down. So we see the option look tonight. First time we saw it, Feliciano fakes the pitch, cuts it upfield, and gets enough for the first down. Big play by the freshman. Gain of 8 on 4th and 6.
How about the play by the freshman, though, to fake the pitch? He got that guy to bite on that fake, and that's what allowed him to get the extra couple yards.
Now we're under 5 minutes, and if Harding throws again, I'm just going to be absolutely shocked.
Yeah.
I can't think they would do anything but keep the ball on the ground.
Yeah, give it to Glover. Glover in the backfield with Feliciano now.
Handoff. Glover wide. Going for the corner, and nothing but speed gets him there. Another touchdown for the homestanding Presidents, and Harding ups their lead to 31-14.
And we're going to talk about it all night. We're going to talk about it for the next week, Mark. You and I are going to talk about how good this Pretzies offense is for the rest of the year.
It's going to be fun to watch the progression of Marion Harding. I know we got a couple of their games later on this season. It's going to be fun to see how this team continues to grow and develop throughout the season. But, you know, I wish I could would have been able to watch that film from last week, because I'm just sitting here floored that this Harding team only scored 6 points last week against Highlands.
Yeah. And you know, we're going to have an MVP, and I'll give you a heads up while we're on the air. There's a good chance I bring Coach C.J. Wessler up here, because this is his first win as a head coach in the MOAC. He's probably going to talk to radio, though. We'll play it by ear, as the kick will be good.
The kick is up and good. So 4:23 to go here in the ball game. It's Harding 32, River Valley 14. You're watching Friday Night Football on the OH Report.
I'm an adult learner, so I had to balance my work and my school. And the fact that NC State has online classes, hybrid classes, especially the instructors are very flexible with allowing you time to get all your work in.
The Battle of Marion County has turned here in the second half. Marion Harding, leading 13-7 at the half, has blown this one open. They now lead River Valley 32-14 with 4:23 to go here in the ball game. Mark Bollinger, along with Josh Banks, bringing you all the action live and free on the OH Report. And just the second penalty of the night there on Harding as they kick the football out of bounds and give River Valley good starting field position. But again, just a dominant night by Harding in the trenches.
Yeah, in the trenches. And here's the thing. We're going to credit the offensive and defensive lines all night long because of how well they have played. But let's also credit these wide receivers for Harding, because they've had big plays on jet sweep and screen plays where the wide receiver blocking has been what's opened up the explosive play.
Well, I think on the defensive side here, Harding able to get pressure on River Valley's quarterbacks with just 3 down linemen has been huge. It's allowed them to play that zone coverage behind it all night long and take away a lot of receivers. And there's the draw play. Bailey, 40, 45, out to the 47, first down for River Valley. And so the Vikings take advantage of that soft zone coverage by the Presidents.
Yeah, nice draw play. First time we've seen that wrinkle all year.
Yeah, gain of 14 for Bailey. Vikings near midfield. Smith looks, going up their top for Myers. And
yeah, there's going to be a flag.
Yeah, didn't turn around and find the football, I think is what they're going to say.
We'll take a look at it on our OhioHealth replay. Ball goes up. He's got a hold of Myers' inside shoulder the entire time.
He did turn and peek, but it was the hold. I'm sure that's something the President's coaching staff will work on. Just go ahead and run him right out of bounds. with your body instead of grabbing him. But again, clean played game tonight by both these squads.
5 penalties in total, I think. 2 on River Valley, 3 on Harding.
Harding and 1 for River Valley. So yeah.
Compared to what we've seen the last 2 weeks, this is about as good as it gets.
Ball rests on the President's 36. Smith looks left, throws left. Long pass to the numbers, caught. And 4 Presidents are right there. That zone coverage just lets them converge all over Eli Snyder. It's going to be a gain of 6. Smith again. Swing pass out to the 30 and hit right away. Big hit. Ace and Rich, the sophomore, came up and laid the hammer.
That's a great job to read the swing pass, stayed home, attacked the ball as soon as it was put in the air.
3rd down. Clock continues to tick. Throws to Snyder. Another gain, another 1st down, but the clock continues to roll. We're under 3 minutes to go here.
And this is where you're not having timeouts is critical.
Vikings have to take a shot here and try to score. Down 3 scores. Smith looks. Here comes the rush. Looks to run it. And he's going to try to run over a defender, and he does. So Smith puts his head down. Gains about 6. Chase Smith showing some toughness there, lowering his head.
Look for him to throw one up to Carter Myers here. The safety's going to shade that way to help.
Smith looks left, throws, corner route, and knocked away at the last second. Looked like Lang was wide open, but the defender rotated off and made the play. That was Scott Harbolt with the pass breakup. Under 2 minutes to go. Harding in control, 32-14 over River Valley.
And you know, you had one big play, a big touchdown pass for the Vikings from Smith to Snyder. Other than that, it's been all Prexy's defensively. Harding will take a timeout.
Yes, the only play over 20 yards for River Valley all night tonight was that 36-yard touchdown pass to Myers, and that's something we've seen a lot of from River Valley is that big play offense. Tonight, one big play over 20 yards for Harding. That's a win on the defensive side, and it looks like it's going to be a win on the scoreboard.
It's going to be a win on the scoreboard, and how about how good you have to feel if you're C.J. Wessler back home at Harding, okay? You lose to Highland last week. You come into a Marion County game against a team that just barely beat Pleasant last week. Now you're dominating them on the scoreboard, and when we look at the numbers post-game, they will have dominated them offensively and defensively all night long.
Yeah, a couple other quick scores here as they get ready to resume play. Clear Fork leading Pleasant 34-0, so running clock there in the 4th quarter. Gallion hanging on, beating Ontario 7-0.
It's been 7-0 since the 1st quarter there.
Yeah. Smith looks, throws, and Smith, it looks like he got his foot down. Yes, he did. Touchdown. The back judge looked like he called a touchdown, and yes, it is. Touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown pass. River Valley's not done.
What a catch by Myers. Again, all he does is score touchdowns, Mark.
And most of them are just like that, where they throw the ball up, and Myers simply just elevates over everybody, especially smaller defensive backs, and hauls it in. Myers with the catch, gets his foot down, cuts the lead to 32-20 with 1:49 to go. Vikings going for two. Collins in at quarterback. Handoff, Wyrick brought down. So the Vikings 2-point try fails. So 1:49 to go here. Harding holding on, leading River Valley 32-20.
They're doing everything right. Now, if you're River Valley, you have to onside kick it.
Yeah, remember, River Valley has no timeouts.
You have to onside kick it, recover it, score, and then recover another one.
And score.
And score again.
Yeah.
And
Onside
you got
kick,
a minute
score,
50.
Onside kick, recover, score.
I mean, listen, it's high school football, Mark. Anything can happen, but that's a big ask out of anybody.
You know the Harding hands team is going to be on the field. A recovery here on the onside kick will basically salt this thing away and give Harding their second win of the season, but their most important win on the season.
A final comes in. Mohawk beats Bucyrus 62-7.
So Vikings need to recover this. They have no timeouts. They bring a guy on late. Soccer player / kicker Cooper Mullins to onside kick it. President's ready for it. Mullins kicks and tries to go 10 yards, and he touched it before it got 10 yards.
There's no flag on the field, though.
The short side of the
There's a ball marker here unless there's a flag on the other side.
Oh, well, Harding came up with it anyway. It did look like River Valley touched it before it went 10 yards. But Harding was able to still come up with the football. That was close.
It'll be Harding football.
Harding comes up with it, so it'll be Harding football on the River Valley 49-yard line.
Yeah, I was going to say, I seen this come out here, and that's the ball.
Yeah, I see this. It do the marker. And
yeah, no flag was
First
thrown.
I thought that was a flag. So River Valley tries the onside kick. It is unsuccessful. And now for Harding, it's just a matter of taking care of the football as they line up in victory formation. Feliciano, the freshman quarterback, takes the snap and takes a knee. What a performance here by Des Feliciano, Landon Keller. You go down the line, Jaden Jordan, Juju Glover, Josiah Gooden. That Harding offense and defensive line. When they needed a win the most, Harding comes back and gets it. Coming off the most disappointing loss, most disappointing performance on the season, they bounced back and got a big win here tonight. Feliciano drops back, takes the knee.
So the freshman is going to pick up his second win of his young career. And the magnitude of this one speaks volumes.
Yep, winning a rivalry game means just a little bit more than some other wins. So with the win, Marion Harding is going to improve to 2-3. Next week, the Presidents will go on the road. They will go to Clear Fork while River Valley will return home to host Shelby. And it is celebration time for the Presidents as they line up. And as we said, you can just tell by the players' reaction. Sometimes wins mean a lot, and then other wins just mean more. Rivalry game, bragging rights. This one goes to the Presidents. The final score tonight from Marion Harding High School, it's the Harding Presidents 32, the River Valley Vikings 20. We'll be back with our MVP and our post-game show right after this. You're watching Friday Night Football live and free on the OH Report.
Well, I think the first thing I would say to recommend this school is that it's affordable and flexible. And then the program itself, I would say that it has a very diverse, broad spectrum of fieldwork and career opportunities. I think the thing that prepared me the most was having that on-site directed practice, so I could actually be in an agency working with real people. And there's a ever-growing need for social work, especially in our community here.
Welcome to Marion County Now, the heartbeat of our neighborhood, the fountain of our news. We're local, we're pertinent, and we're all about you. We're dedicated to keeping you in the loop, involved, and linked with the community. And the cherry on top, our service doesn't cost a dime. Marion County Now, our neighborhood, our news.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Mittal. It's Marion Harding senior Landon Keller, 120 yards rushing, 87 receiving, 3 touchdowns, including a 78-yard screen pass that he took to the house. And first of all, Landon, we're just going to start with the big thing. Rivalry win. How does it feel to beat River Valley?
Feels great. Last year we had a disappointing loss at RV, 10-0, so it's definitely great to come out in front of the home crowd and show what we can do.
Last week, a little bit disappointing. You played at Highland. Things.
Sure. Okay. Get out, pal.
Getting some love there.
Yeah.
Last week, a disappointing performance. You guys went to Highland, lost in a tough one. But what a way to bounce back tonight. Just talk about the improved play of the entire team.
I mean, yeah, I felt like we played more together this game, definitely. I feel like at Highland it was a dogfight the whole game, and we just couldn't find a way to win it when we needed to, and I feel like tonight we definitely did that. We gave up a touchdown, made it like 14-19 tonight, which set us back, and then we came back, got a fumble, turned the momentum in our favor again.
And one of the big plays tonight was that 78-yard screen pass that you took from Feliciano and took it to the house. Just take us through that play call.
No, it was a great play call. We had 3 blockers on that side. They had 3 defenders, so it was just a great call. All my blocks got out there, and then I just took it all the way, trying not to get caught.
So as a senior, you get this rivalry win over River Valley. What are you guys looking for here in the last half of the season as a team and individually for you?
As a team, I just want to finish, better than I have before. I'm trying to finish strong. Also, I want to win the county, so that means we've got to be pleasant in the next couple of weeks when we play them. Overall, I just want to be a team and a brotherhood since my last season here.
So before we let you get out of here, as we always do on the OH Report, anybody you want to shout out tonight?
Them big boys up front. I got my quarterback, Feliciano, and then also my family and my teammates.
So there you go, our Arcelor Mittal MVP tonight, senior Landon Keller from Marion Harding, 120 yards rushing, 87 receiving, and 3 touchdowns. He did it all in Marion Harding's 32-20 win over River Valley.
We work very hard to prepare them for jobs in the field. And aging, mental health, behavioral health, substance abuse, it's just a diverse, broad range of agencies they can work for and a lot of great work they can do for the community.
Welcome to Marion County Now, the heartbeat of our neighborhood, the fountain of our news. We're local, we're pertinent, and we're all about you. We're dedicated to keeping you in the loop, involved, and linked with the community. And the cherry on top, our service doesn't cost a dime. Marion County Now, our neighborhood, our news.
For over 12 years, you've trusted Scout Construction for quality building and remodeling. Now we're proud to offer expert excavation services to start your project off right. You see what we build, now see the way we dig. Experience the Scout Construction difference. Call or email us today for a free quote and let us break ground together.
banker Krista.Smith post-game show. Tonight's action from Marion Harding finds the Presidents defeating the visiting River Valley Vikings 32-20 in week 2 of MOAC action, and it was just a brilliant performance by a Harding offense that had struggled, coming in averaging only 210 yards per game on offense. They went over 400 for the night.
Yeah, I mean, you see it on the post-game scoreboard. 19 first downs, about 262 yards on the ground, 400 yards of total offense, only 4 penalties. We only seen 5 penalties tonight, but we'll say it again. We've been saying it all year. The turnover bug bites the Vikings as they commit 4 turnovers on the evening.
Yeah, we had talked coming in about how turnovers and penalties had hurt River Valley. Tonight, great job on the penalty side, committing only 1, but 4 turnovers ended up being very costly as Harding pulled away in the second half to lead 32-14 before River Valley got a late score to make it a 32-20 final.
And, I mean, what more can we say, Mark? We came out. We hadn't seen Harding yet this year. We seen they lose last week to Highland. I don't think either one of us knew what to expect. This offense is the real deal, and their defense might be better.
Well, I think if you continue to see the Presidents develop as the season goes on, this is going to be a team that's going to give some other teams some trouble. They're athletic. Feliciano being a freshman at quarterback, every time he takes a snap, he's gaining experience. He's seeing different defenses. He's going to start learning to read things better. So I think there's definitely a bright future here for the Presidents as they get a big win here in rivalry week to move to 2-3 on the season, 1-1 in MOAC play. For River Valley, they end up with the loss tonight. They fall to 2-3 on the season, 1-1 in MOAC play. Next week, both teams have huge matchups. Presidents going to Clear Fork, River Valley hosting Shelby. 2 tough teams, and they're both going to be a handful for both Harding and River Valley.
And guess what, folks? You'll be able to watch both those games live and free right here on the OH Report.
So special thanks again to Krista.Smith and Coldwell Banker for the sponsorship of the post-game show, and to all of our sponsors for your generosity to help us bring this to you live and free tonight from Marion Harding. For my partner Josh Banks, I'm Mark Bollinger. We're going to wrap it up here from Marion. The final score once again, Marion Harding 32, River Valley 20. Have a great night, everybody.